2. Now, right now, my phone is saying that I went over 4 gigabytes, so now it looks like this one's going to become 2. But why did the last one that I just made a little while ago, it was 66 minutes long, but it's showing up as an hour on my phone. So hopefully that video, when I try to upload it tomorrow, it will be uploaded as an hour-long video. So now that I'm past the 33-minute mark, this might end up being a second video. So if that's the case, concerning what my SD card shows after I complete this video, make sure that you keep coming back to this YouTube video so you can see the second part's URL link, okay, pasted in the description of the well, this will be now the second video because I passed the 33-minute mark. So that means that you want to, if that's what the phone's doing, you want to look in the description for the first video, and in the first video, I'll be just pasting the second video's URL link in it, so you can see the continuation of my statements concerning what I've already stated in the first video and what led up to why these statements are being made now. So we're also going to see if they start fucking around with my bike. Between 2011 and 2016, I spent over $300 alone just in inner tubes because of intentionally slashed tires. They also purposely broke the brakes off a brand new bike 3 weeks after I brought it at Vons, located off of Raby Street and Regents Road, and at Starbucks, located off of Villa La Jolla Square Drive. Okay? And they did that so I couldn't stop my bike as I was going through parking lots on my way to bus stops, and as I was going down sidewalks heading onto roads. So that way I could be, basically, I would literally fall off the bike once they propped up a car that wouldn't stop. So Google staged vehicle accidents and gang stalking. That's done so you end up breaking a finger, a toe, a leg, a hip, a wrist. So for medical insurance purposes. Absolutely. So I'm going to get up right now and I'm going to show you my brand new bike. It's about 4 or 5 months old. And let me get up and show you it, because I want you to see this bike is 4 or 5 months old, but it still looks brand new because I take good care of my stuff. This bike is only taken with me since everything's still closed down because of COVID-19. Ever since I bought this bike has mostly only been at one place, and that's a grocery store. It hasn't been in no libraries. Okay, the grocery store and the laundromat. Okay, in wooded areas. So I want you to see it. Now, I'm eventually going to buy some either black or gray, green, like lima green paint and paint it. And that's it. I'll talk about that in another video. As soon as it's painted, once I do, I'll obviously make a video so you can see what my bike now looks like. Now, what I did was, I bought this bike at Target. It's got a front rack on it, which you see right there, that black thing you see right here. Okay? It's got a front rack on it. Okay, and that front rack has got a cable lock, so that they couldn't steal it. Let's see if this ever becomes damaged, so it can't be used. Let's also see if any of my nuts from my wheels become stripped, because they'll flatten the tire, strip your fucking nuts, so you can't take the tire off in order to change the fucking tire. They've done that too. Okay, this is gang stalking. Okay, these fucking psychos will do anything and everything to create memory anchors. Okay, now I want you to see that my brakes are in fine condition as of right now. Okay, absolutely, they're both still there. On that bike I was referring to a few minutes ago, they just basically broke the entire brake off on both sides. First time at Vons, second time at Starbucks. The ones I was mentioning a few minutes ago. Now this bike is locked up with a strong, long cable lock with the brand new combination lock. The back rack, the front and back rack was bought at Amazon and put on by me. There's the back rack, and I just recently found this thing that extends out from it. And it's locked up with this cable lock, and then the seat itself is also locked up to the frame, because this is the type of seat that's got that lever you can pull in order to take the seat out. I had to lock it up to it, because they would steal that too. They're capable of anything. Literally. They even stole a bike from me in 2016, the one and only time I did not like my bike up at a wooded area. It got stolen. That occurred right off of Gilman Road. Brand fucking new bike. It was a brand new bike too. The one and only time out of 11 years that I did not take my bike with me to a wooded area, they fucking ripped it off. Absolutely. That was almost $200 of loss, because it had really expensive massively expensive inner tubes in them, the self-inflating type that I had to buy because they were fucking putting tacks on the road. They were fucking slashing them up by my bikes when I used to go to UCSD and at wooded areas. Okay, coming on the property, letting the air out. Other times slashing them with fucking whatever they were using to slash them. And let's see if that occurs in the near future, especially if it interferes with my ability to move and carry groceries and water home. Okay? This is gang stalking. Look, they're staging vehicle accidents, so you don't even have a fucking car. So do you honestly think they're not going to fuck with your bike? Of course they will. They're wild animals. This is what wild animals do. This has also got one of these on here as well. So I bought some saddlebags that go on the back. I got 2 sets of those. Okay, and in the very near future, I'm going to be hiding 1 set at a different spot away from this area because I'm getting ready to start. I'm getting ready to stop utilizing this specific immediate area here in the very near future. Before I can do that, I got to move my newer set of bike panniers to another location because let me put it to you this way: once I stop utilizing this spot, if I don't move my property away from it, once I stop utilizing this spot, they can easily prop up a homeless person to overtake it, and then I would have to at least walk by them to get my hidden shit. Okay? They've done that before. Okay? And we're going to see on any and all dates when I go back to the Octopus Shoe location to get shit that I left behind that's hidden completely out of sight. We're going to see if anybody's camping out on it, hanging out on it, in the possession of any of my property. We're going to see if any of my property has been stolen, confiscated, okay, by anybody, including public workers or property owners. Now, I have went through thousands of dollars of camping gears, clothes, food, and the whole 9 yards. These back and front bike racks were were bought and put on the bike and then set up with locks so that I could move my shit from area to area. Okay? You just would not believe what I've been through, my fellow American citizens. You just would not believe it. You just would not believe it. Oh, absolutely. I mean, they'll fucking prop up drug addicts at fucking wooded areas to psychologically intimidate you. Literally. This is literally how bad this crime is. Okay? And the police, they ain't no lying whores. Anytime a cop offers a gang stalking victim who's been made homeless resources after waiting, 7.5 years to do it, okay, who have repeatedly refused to make a police report that you're being gang stalked, but they'll offer to give you homeless services. Now, think about this for a second. Let me prop this back up. Think about what I'm about ready to say. When you're a gang stalking victim, especially if you are a massive gang stalking victim, meaning that, especially if you're a victim who experiences a lot of community-based harassment, because that shit can go on for years. It doesn't matter what you hear in any online exposure. Some gang stalking victims are gang stalked through the community-based gang stalking as well, non-stop for well over a decade. This shit's all over the internet. It's even been exposed on national radio shows, including ones I've been on. So check this out. Oh, absolutely. So if you ask a police department like SDPD if you can make a police report 14 times, 14 different dates, 14 different locations spread out over 7 years, and they deny your right each and every time to make a police report, which then also allows the crime to continue. Well, and since I know what else I know about SDPD, oh, absolutely, and SDSD, and you would not believe what I know about them, oh, absolutely, make no mistake about it, check it out. So the point being is that if you knew what I knew about the police out here, if you knew what I knew about the police in Michigan, if you knew what I knew about the police and gang stalking, you would not trust them for a nanosecond in any way, shape, or form about any subject matter at any time, anywhere. So think about this. Whether you're a man or a woman who's been made homeless through this crime, and you have experienced so much through this crime to where you know that you'll be made homeless again, if you get an apartment or a room for rent or a motel room, you will absolutely be gang stalked to these places and made homeless from it again. You will lose property all over again. Okay? You can even be set up to be arrested at these environments. Okay? Make no mistake about it. Because you got to remember, gang stalking is about slavery, it's about exploitation, it's about setting the victim up for slavery and exploitation. Period. End of story. So once they made you homeless and you're experienced and educated enough to know that if you went and got a room for rent, or a motel room, or an apartment, you'll just be gang stalked to it, nonstop harassed and violated there while you're there, and made homeless again from it, on top of losing property and money again. So you might as well just stay homeless. Now, so if you go to a wooded area and you're by yourself, I don't do drugs, I don't drink. I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever. So, in any way, shape, or form, and I do not hang around anybody at all, and literally have not for 1 second since I've been in San Diego since August 8, 2011. Why? Because one, I know about Google the following descriptions: intimate infiltration and gang stalking, social infiltration and gang stalking, and you can also research family infiltration and gang stalking. Okay? Because I've seen that widely exposed on the internet as well, including the fact that that's even been exposed on national radio shows that I got the audio of, taped on my tape recorder, where that's been widely discussed on national radio shows covering this crime. So, say if you're a homeless woman or a homeless man who's been made homeless through this crime, and you know what I know about it, when you go to a wooded area, you know you're going to pick a wooded area where you can be by yourself. So you can just sit here, rest, be by yourself, not bothering a soul, not doing anything illegal at all, just being by yourself, maybe doing a little bit of stuff on your phone if you got one, doing a little bit of cooking. I personally use in fact, let me show you what I utilize for cooking, just in case I'm ever accused of anything concerning fire, because I don't put anything past these I don't put a damn thing past these wild animals. Oh, absolutely. I'm not saying that they would do that. I'm just saying anything is possible through gang stalking. Anything. Okay? So let me show you what I use to cook. I got two of them. One hidden at a separate wooded area and one with me. This is an alcohol stove. And then when I use this, I use a fire screen. And I stay with it when I'm cooking. Okay? So this is what I use to cook. And I use rubbing alcohol as the fuel. Okay? Now, so, when I'm at a wooded area, I stay completely by myself. I'm not involved in any type of social deviant or criminal or illegal activity in any way, shape, or form. The only thing I do is basically just create environments where I might want to hide my sleeping bag. I just basically either get on the phone and maybe watch a YouTube video or a movie. I might do some research online concerning this crime. But, hold on. But every single thing I do is I'm not involved in any illegal or criminal activity whatsoever, outside of being on property that's not mine. But that's not because of choice. That's because I was forced into this circumstance intentionally. And it's being intentionally kept on going, buying through the corruption of the police and the prosecutors and the DA's office. Make no fucking mistake about it. So why did I bring this up? Why did I bring this up as well? So, if the police deny your right for 7 straight years to make a police report, and then they stage an event, and then this crime stages an event, so the police have a normal appearing reason to approach you as you're along your route, like they did back in 2000, it was either 2017 or 18, on a day I went and did my laundry. And I'm not going to detail that. That's already been detailed in prior videos, Periscope videos. So, anyways, here's the point I'm trying to make. Say if the police approach you and say, well, if you're homeless, we can set you up at a homeless shelter, or we can give you resources so you can go there yourself. Now, let me ask you a question. If you go to a wooded area and you stay completely by yourself and you're not bothering a soul and you're not doing anything illegal, you just use the place for what you need it for, and then you leave, you go about your day, and you come back to it, and then eventually you go to another spot and do the same thing. You're not harming a soul. You're not bothering no one. You're not involved in any illegal activity. You're not creating problems for the environment. At all. Okay? So, if I get on Twitter and I make a prediction in the morning saying, let's see when I leave my HA area, if I come back and anybody's camping out within 1,000 feet of me. Okay? And then when I come back and somebody is camping out or hanging out within 200 feet of me, do you really think that's an accident? Okay? If they're saying gang stalking, oh my God, which is related to an aspect of the sensitization method, repeating identical words or phrases, do you honestly think that's not staged? Well, I predict that shit in my tape recorder every morning that runs by electronic time and date stamp. That's the same thing that's said and caught along my routes every day. Caught on 8,700 audio files, literally. So review that technique to the sensitization method of gang stalking. So, if you're by yourself in a wooded area, and you're engaging in techniques that make it outwardly, openly apparent and completely transparent that you're being set up at wooded areas, then they might start being a little bit more hesitant in doing it, leaving you with some sense of measure of peace and quiet when they're not propping up for fucking sound harassment, which just happened to magically stop right before I went to go make this video. It's been going on all fucking day long. Okay? But as soon as I go to make a fucking video or a Periscope video, even though I can't make a Periscope video no more because Periscope doesn't allow you to do that anymore, every single fucking time they've propped up all day community-based sound harassment, it immediately stops right when I go to make a video. Immediately. And my tape recorder has been recording all day long. It's still in the same record mode audio file. So check this out. So if you're at a wooded area, okay, and they're a little bit more hesitant to stage events against you at wooded areas, possibly because of the massive evidence they know you got now, and because of other things that they know you've caught and proved, well then you're at a wooded area to where you have some sense of safety and some reasonable sense of safety, even though they're still propping up props to make you feel unsafe intentionally. But check this, oh absolutely, GameStop feeds on this shit. Fear injection is a big ass, and psychological intimidation is one of the biggest things they're fucking after in this crime, because it's connected to the brain entrainment. But check this out. So the point here is that if you go to a homeless shelter, if they can conference and collude with restaurants, movie theaters, banks, post offices, okay, universities, libraries, any place that you see that's in your community concerning the type of place it is, and even specifically what the place is, like Starbucks is a coffee shop, that's a type of place, but Starbucks is the name of the coffee shop. Google that to gang stalking. Okay, public transportation, any type of place you see, and maybe even the name of the place you see. Google the hell out of it to gang stalking. So if you're by yourself at a wooded area, you don't have fellow homeless people around you to stage an event towards you and then stage the witnesses to set you up. As long as you pick a wooded area where there's no homeless people, which is what I always do. But if you go to a homeless shelter under the guise of we're here to help you, these satanic bitches can absolutely privately collude with them, just like they do concerning the private collusion of using every place you go to. Restaurants, movie theaters, banks, post offices, every place you go to they're using. Universities, every place. Libraries, every place. So when you're at a wooded area, you're at least by yourself. But if you go to a homeless shelter, they can use fellow clients against you, staff against you, stage an event, stage the witnesses, set you up, blame you for the event, set you up for an arrest, set you up to put you in a psychiatric ward. If you take your property to a storage locker, they can set you up there. Google U-Haul and all the other storage lockers, main storage locker franchises in America to gang stalking. Absolutely. So you see, these are just one more environment you can be gang stalked to and set up at. Okay? So why go through, would you want to live in a place where there's 50, 60 people there? Okay? Including people that got mental illnesses, drug problems, alcohol problems, and so on. Or would you prefer to go to a wooded area where maybe the only thing that you mostly endure is staged assholes on the road once in a while, sometimes nonstop sound harassment through car convoy noise harassment, sometimes bullshit from the houses that you might hear. Neighbors are massively involved in this crime, concerning what's reported about this crime and them. And maybe once in a while, staged physical interaction between you and a set-up asshole, a propped-up set-up asshole. Okay, so if you live at a homeless shelter, which you shouldn't even have to go to if the police would investigate you being gang stalked, you'd have your own apartment where you wouldn't be forced to live with 60 people. And the great majority of them are off. The majority of them are broke, if you know what I mean. Meaning that they can easily be bought off and paid for to commit crimes against you. Everybody they use, they're told to keep their mouth fucking shut concerning who's using them. Every place they use is also told the same thing. So think about what I'm saying. If you're made homeless and they force you into a homeless shelter, including through the courts, that's one more environment you can be repeatedly, massively ganged upon, assaulted, set up to be robbed, set up to be accused of something and then arrested. When you're at a wooded area and by yourself, they know you got a phone that videotapes. They know you got a video camera. Google cyber surveillance and gang stalking, so they see what you're putting online, therefore they're able to deduce you got a phone and a video camera. So they know that you're making predictions on Twitter and your blog about what they might do. So a combination of all these makes it harder for them to prop up shit and play it out and blame you for it. I wear a tape recorder running on me at all times. Right? So when you're by yourself, it's harder for them to stage an event against you. So they'll stage the distance bullshit that they have to force you to hear it. Okay? And then they'll prop up props to make you think that, okay, who's coming on the property and what's going to happen as a result. Remember what I talked about earlier concerning the sound props and how they do the memory anchoring and the memory referencing. Gang stalking is about running space in your head every single second, every single chance they get throughout the entire day, each day. Non-stop, everywhere you fucking go, everywhere you live. Okay? So, what I'm doing is developing my own strategy. they've been massively using the circumstance of being homeless as a psychological tool for intimidation concerning arrest and tickets for illegal lodging, trespassing, and encroachment. So what I'm going to fucking do is start taking a tent down during the morning, except on those types of days where it's either raining and or I'm sick, or maybe if an emergency happens and I don't have the time to do it, because then if I do it, it will affect me attending to the emergency. Okay? I'll be doing that every day. So we're going to see if they prop up any fucking asshole to camp out, hang out, or hike out anywhere where my bag of property is left at in the morning. We're going to see if it fucking ends up gone or damaged. We're going to see if anybody is propped up anywhere within 2,000 feet of where that bag's hidden at, including off of all entrance routes, getting to and back and forth to the bag, to leave the property, and to go anywhere I want to go at on the property within 2,000 feet of that bag. Because when I'm leaving the bag there, that should suggest that I might continue to utilize the general area. Well, they know that too, because they're tracking you in real fucking time every second of every day. How do you think they're able to prop up all the bullshit and the staged events and the harassment? Because they're tracking it, which is the stalking of gang stalking. They're tracking you to gang up on you. Okay? So this is one of my many new hiking area strategies videos that I'm making in order to showcase to the public what I gotta fucking live through on a daily basis because of these wild whores. Absolutely, and stay tuned to the YouTube account that you're seeing this video through, because I'm going to eventually start putting my pinned tweet, my Twitter handle link in it, so you can watch me every day on Twitter. Check this out. By tomorrow night at around 6:30, my suspension from Twitter, and I know that sounds funny, will be lifted. They suspended me for a week because they stated they didn't like what was tweeted through my account concerning COVID-19, even though I've seen massive tweets before that and since then, because I'm still able to see tweets on Twitter, and I'm still able to do one other function to Twitter. Well, that 7-day Twitter suspension ends tomorrow night. Now we're gonna see if for any fucking reason I lose my Twitter account through Twitter, by Twitter claiming that I've broken some type of platform guideline. Okay? Because Twitter is one of the main ways that my followers are able to see what I put on. When I go out and about in the community, I make a prediction tweet. One concerning the wooded area, one no matter what wooded area it is, and one concerning my routes and where I'm going. Because they're staging harassment. They even stage events towards me along my routes. Walking routes, bus stops, bus routes, fucking bonds, every fucking place I go. Okay? Absolutely. Okay? So, I'm going to start pasting my my blog's URL link. Let's see if it gets shut down. It's on the profile of my Twitter account. And I'm going to paste my Twitter link that shows my Twitter account within the descriptions of my YouTube videos. Now, they know that these accounts, the blog account, they know the blog account, and they know the Twitter account has got massive evidence in it. Let me ask you a question, and then I'll literally let you go. If you had the amount of educated knowledge that I have, and thousands and thousands and thousands of other victims have, who are part of the number of the tens of thousands of victims who are online reporting this crime, who are part of the numbers of hundreds of thousands of victims who are in America, they're all saying the same thing. That there's an extreme likelihood that something is going on, possibly concerning the deep state, who's massively implicated as the host of this crime, privately colluding with online platforms. Google's even been implicated when the show's been covered on national radio shows. I got the audio file of it on one of my tape recorders right now. Absolutely. So if you're using the online community to keep yourself safe, how can they ban you from that online platform? By claiming that you broke a rule. So always keep that in mind, sweethearts. Always keep that in mind. Gang stalking censorship and gang stalking isolation are two of the main things that are occurring in this crime. Censorship and isolation. Isolating you from being able to communicate with the public at large through online platforms, so they can so they can see how you're doing every time you put a tweet on Twitter. Okay? Then taking down your YouTube channels so nobody can see your evidence and no lawyers can see them for court cases. Okay? So Do you honestly think that there's no way at all, in any way, shape, or form, that the deep state cannot be connected to and have any influence over any online platform? The military developed the internet. It's massively widely reported the CIA had a big hand in creating Google. The guy who owns Facebook has got deep state fucking ties concerning it being reported that he does. And the deep state is the biggest fucking entity, and along with the military and all alphabet agencies and state, county, and local cops are the main reported host of this crime. So just fucking think how easy it is to human traffic a man and or a woman if that man and or woman cannot get on Twitter and say, they just staged an event, they falsified the arrest because of it, I've lost my benefits because of the arrest, I can't get my benefits back because they're accusing me of a felony that I did not commit, so when they release me from jail, how am I going to eat? And then come the human traffickers. Food for money. And the human trafficking is directly connected to the entrainment. And who are the main parties to be connected to remote neural monitoring? The NSA, the CIA, the DOD, the DIA, okay? The FBI, and the DOJ. I just don't give a fuck when it comes to exposing this shit, because they don't give a flying shit about what the host of this crime don't give a flying fuck what they're doing to any victim at any time, any day, and anywhere. So in closing, my fellow American citizens, go to Google and please don't give a shit either. I mean, they aid and abet in it. This is outwardly apparent when you research falsified police reports, stage probable cause, arrest, illegally, criminally petitioning victims into psychiatric wards to discredit them on paper, which is also reported that it's additionally being done for illegal probate control schemes. You just would not, racketeering schemes, insurance fraud schemes, you just would not believe what I know. Oh, absolutely. And they know I know it. They know I expose it too. Oh, absolutely. The police ain't allowing hundreds of thousands of gang stalking victims to be continued gang stalking victims all over the country for no reason. They're not intentionally reported by tens of thousands of victims all over the internet every day for no fucking reason. Think about what I'm saying, and please excuse my language. Okay? So, the only way to see this crime is to listen to the educated, experienced victims who are describing it so you can do the research. Each description is a piece of the puzzle. When you're building a puzzle, you're constructing a picture so you can see what that picture is. Each description I make when I make my videos is a piece of that puzzle. I'm constructing the crime for you by explaining to you in detail what it is, including by and through descriptions. You're only going to see truth by listening to it. Okay? So, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for listening, everybody. We're going to see if I fucking get banned from Twitter permanently. We're going to see on any and all dates what happens to me when I'm banned from or suspended from Twitter for any more than a day. Okay? And by the way, what was the reason why they said that I was suspended for a week concerning what was stated was tweeted through my account is being put on Twitter by numerous other people, and they're not being suspended. I just took a snap screenshot of one of them today. Because I'm still able to get on the platform. I'm just not able to retweet, like, compose tweets, or reply to a tweet. And that suspension ends tomorrow night. Okay? So, how easy it is to human traffic somebody who cannot communicate with the public so they can say through Twitter and their blog and through videos, this is what just happened to me and this is the place and persons that played a role in it. They know what they're involved in, so they know when they do something against you, they gotta censor you. And they do it through clever means that they know you can't prove. Do you understand? When they take down the entire contents of your fucking blog that's got massive evidence in it. Do you think they're doing that for no reason? Okay? When they edit or sabotage your videos. Do you think they're doing that for no reason? If nothing's going on. Thank you for listening. This video applies for any and all dates of any day, week, month, or year concerning all or any wooded areas and any place I fucking go to pitch up my tent. And I do apologize. I sincerely apologize for the swearing. Everybody, thank you for listening. Have a good day. These predictions have always been in effect, and they're still in effect and remain in effect.